I'm Janelle Amass. Well, the Orlando shooting is still fresh in the minds of many, including those in the Muslim community. And with the rise of Islamophobia in the wake of such terror attacks, Muslims are taking a stand with other community leaders to combat the backlash.
With the Orlando shootings, we had 5 hate-related incidents reported to us in a span of 2 weeks, which is a significant spike. Even recognizing that Islamophobia exists is one step, and the next step is working towards eliminating it.
A show of support in Toronto as community leaders and politicians signed a declaration condemning Islamophobia. This was the scene across 6 cities where the National Council of Canadian Muslims launched their campaign calling for action.
What we've seen actually since 2016, based on the same time period from last year, a doubling in the number of Muslim hate crimes.
The National Council of Canadian Muslims says last year there were 144 reports of hate incidents against Muslims in Canada. 70% of those were right here in Ontario.
I mean, it's something that we're very concerned about. We pay great attention to.
Toronto police say while overall hate crimes were down in the city last year, they were on the rise against Muslims.
If there are people who are being victimized in this way, then that is a high priority for us, and we will investigate and go wherever the evidence leads us.
But Qasim says getting victims to report isn't always easy.
At times hate-related incidents don't rise to the level of a crime, or people don't think it does. Some people are scared to report it, or they feel ashamed, or they don't want the attention.
If people think this is not something that police take seriously, why should I bother reporting? What's your response to that?
I know the investigators we have in our hate crimes unit. I know how diligent and skilled they are, and I know how seriously they take this. So if in doubt, please report it and let the investigators go from there.
So I'm very pleased today.
Qasim says while collecting stats is important, it's not just about prosecuting. NCCM wants to prevent hate crimes from happening in the first place, and they say that can start with political leaders.
No, Islamophobia is real. It's not something that should be used for political gain. Instead, it's something that we should look into and we should recognize and we should condemn. Our hope moving forward is definitely to see the number of Islamophobic hate-related incidents to go down, to become zero, and against any minority oppressed group.
Now, Toronto police can't tell me how many of the hate crimes that are actually reported actually lead to arrests or charges.